76 in the gun room. And as a lot of you know, I've been going through treatment for bladder cancer, so I have not been able to get out to the range. My treatments keep me from going out there. I'm doing immunotherapy, so it's nothing drastic like I'm going to lose my hair or anything. It's a treatment for bladder cancer. I don't know if I already told you that. I'm over halfway through my treatments. Hopefully by the end of May, 1st of June, I can get back out to the range. But I haven't been not doing anything. I've actually been doing some projects, and we'll start with one of them. Here is my 1886 Mannlicher that I got not long ago, and it is in excellent condition. The metal is absolutely beautiful on this. It has the volley sights on it. It's stunningly beautiful. I think the stock was refinished, but other than that, everything looks really good. I'm sure it's been reblued as well, but there's no pitting, nothing. It's just gorgeous. The only thing I found was the serial number on the stock doesn't match the serial number on the receiver. But other than that, I'm going to load for this here pretty soon. I'm just waiting on the guys to get here. As you know, I have a Verndl, and the Verndl and that rifle supposedly shoot the same round, but I need to recheck the groove diameter on the Verndl just to see how much deviation there is. And then next on the list is my M16A1 kit that I put together. I got the kit from Whatacountry, and I also got a barrel assembly I got from Brownells, but it is a Colt upper, and the lower is a H&R lower, and it's roll stamped, and it's pretty good, pretty nice. The scope, things weren't working right when I first put it on. I didn't realize that I didn't have it tight enough. Took it to the gunsmith, and he took it all apart and cleaned it, and told me the scope wasn't on there tight enough. So I have to get back out to the range and zero the scope on this. But when I took it out the first time, it holds a lot of promise. It was shooting really tight groups, even though the groups were in different places because the scope wasn't on there very well. So this is my M16A1 kit. You can probably see the faint rack numbers there. I don't know where this kit came from, but it's pretty cool. Someday I'd like to find a surplus Colt lower and put on here, but those are hard to find. An A1 receiver, lower receiver. And then next is a number 1 MK2, it looks like. That can't be right, but anyway, it's got a 2 on there. This was the deactivated rifle that I got that is was chambered in 32 ACP. It had a chamber insert put in there, and this rifle was deactivated. They had drilled a hole through the chamber, and what he did was he slid the chamber insert in and then welded it in through those 2 holes where it was drilled to be deactivated. Why it was deactivated, I have no clue, because this thing is, the bore on this is really nice. And I need to touch these up right here. Other than that, and there's a spring missing in there, but I'm not too worried about that. But other than that, I thought that 32 ACP was a little weak. So I have a friend that's a gunsmith, and I asked him to rechamber it to 32 H&R. And that is a nice round. He reamed the insert out to 32 H&R, and this is one of the guns that is going to go out to the range. The extractor doesn't get underneath the rim to pull them out, but you can pull them out by hand. I'm going to have the extractor micro welded to add a little material so that it'll grab this and extract it. Now this is a single shot. Obviously there's no, it's got the old 303 magazine in there, but now it has a little more, a more powerful round that I'm going to shoot through this. I got this on Gunbreaker. I got it really cheap. The guy had a few of them for sale, and it's a nice little range gun, indoor range gun. I can't shoot rifle calibers, but I can shoot pistol calibers, and 30 carbine, and what else? That's all I can think of right now. And so I'm going to get this out and try it out. My gunsmith said it shot about 10 inches high at 25 yards. So I'm kind of curious to see what it'll do at 50. But I got to get it zeroed in first. So 32 H&R, rechambered, deactivated, and rechambered #1 Enfield. So that's a project. I just got this back today. So next I have my Hakim that I have been reloading for. If you look at my last video on the Hakim, it did not like SPs, which were, I bought them over the counter. So what was happening was going up the feed ramp, and it was catching on that soft lead tip, and they weren't feeding in and jamming up. So I did some reloads for the Hakim, and so I'm using H4350, 198 grain PPU bullet. It's a full metal jacket boat tail, and it's 51 grains, and it has it's pointed, so that little bit of a lead tip was catching. I'm hoping this will not catch, and these of course are all crimped. So that's one I'm working on. I can't wait to get out the range to check that. And then after that, I have my Setme C. This is a Southern Tactical put together kit. And when I was shooting at iron sights, my front sight was cocked. It was off enough that I couldn't adjust for windage. So Southern Tactical took it back and fixed the front sight, and now my windage, I can adjust for windage. And I decided to go ahead and try and put a scope on this. So I bought a scope rail, and I'm not real sure this rail is going to hold, but I'm going to try it. And the last Setme I had, I don't think it was a different setup. It had different claws on it that actually got down in this groove here, but it feels tight. So I'll get it out and see what it does. I also bought some Indian surplus 7.62x5.1 NATO ammo, and that box is sealed pretty good. Just trust me, I bought 600 rounds of that surplus, Indian surplus. I'm going to try that in this gun. I also have a I can't think of the name of it. Is this one right here, and this shoots 7.62x5.1 NATO. This is an Indian isopore. That's the word I'm looking for. It's isopore. So I want to try that same ammo in this gun and see how it works on this. So that's another project. These are all stacking up until I can get back out to the range. I want to try that same ammo in my FAL, and this is an Austrian FAL, the STG-58, and I want to see how it works in this gun as well. So 7.62x5.1, and then I've kind of gone and I bought me a this is a M4 carbine. It is a, hold on a second, it is a police turn-in. So it fits my purview of collecting. It's a trade-in, not turn-in. However, I bought the lower. It's a Colt lower, and it's a roller stamped M4 carbine lower. It's not the etched. It's roller stamped. It's beautiful. It's a Leo. It's got the LE prefix for the serial number, and it's beautiful. The upper is a Windham or Windham upper, and it has a heavy barrel. It's a 16-inch barrel, and it doesn't look like it has very many rounds to it at all. It looks like new with just a little bit of wear. The bolt doesn't look like it's got any wear on it. So this is another one that I'd really like to get out to the range and shoot. I put a Holson Holosun optic on it, so I need to zero that. And I also bought a flip-up rear sight from PSA that should be here in sometime next week. So I'll have this all dialed in as well. It's a Leo trade-in. It's pretty cool. It's got, it's got some wear in there, but and a little bit of wear on the. I'm losing my mind here. I can't remember chart. Anyway, you know what it is, and so yeah, it's an amazing shape. It really is. So for a 16-inch rabbit, and it's got this really heavy barrel on it. I've never heard of Windham, but if I remember right, that used to be, I think it was Daniel Defense, maybe, in Windham, Massachusetts. Is that right? Anyway, the guy that was making those early on firearms decided to get back in the business and started making the Windham carbine. And I have a Windham upper, Colt lower, all Leo trade-in, and can't wait to take this out and try that as well. And last but not least, of what I can think of at the moment, I have my Nepalese Snider. This is quite the long gun, and I've had it out before. You've all seen it. So I'm going to take it out again, but I'm trying a different bullet. I am trying a hollow base bullet that I bought the mold from Accurate Molds, and he sent it to hollow base molds, and the guy put a wooden handled deal in the bottom of the mold to do the hollow base. And so that bullet's one I'm getting ready to try. I got one loaded, and I'm using a Lee Snider mold setup, and it actually crimps it a little bit, which isn't really necessary, but it's crimping it. And I may actually have these out too far, but anyway, there's that. So I'm going to try that as well. The wax plug, somebody said, should help with the base of the bullet, but it doesn't. I mean, it's 600, my sizing die is 601 thousandths, so it's already a thousandth over groove diameter. So, you know, whatever. I wanted to try a lighter bullet, so that's the reason for all the hollow base, to be honest with you. So I'm trying that with a black powder. I'm using the Schutzen black powder, which I don't really care for. It leaves a crust that's hard to get off. So I have to run my brass through a tumbler with stainless steel pins, and that seems to work to get the brass cleaned up. That's what I did. That's the first time I shot it out, because this is actually the first black powder cartridge I've loaded other than, that's not true. I had a Zulu shotgun's what they call them, and I loaded for that, but that was a shotgun. This is a rifle. So the first rifle, black powder rifle, that I've actually loaded black powder for. And the only reason I did that is because the barrel was wrapped around a mandrel. It's not conventionally made like the British guns are, so you have to be careful about pressures and stuff. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just waiting to get through the treatments, and then in June they'll do what they call a cystoscope, and they'll go up in there and look inside my bladder and see how I've reacted to treatment and see if the treatment is working. If it isn't, then we'll go on to something else. There's a lot of options. We're at option 1 right now, and hopefully that's all I need. And I really miss going out to the range. So just thought I'd let you know what was going on and what I'm actually doing. So stay tuned, and eventually I will get out to the range and be able to make some videos. Thanks for watching.